Well, he attack me. But Jaden Chase, they have to make the fans them know what really are going on.
Yeah, man, now move settings nation. And we no need no ladder. Yeah, man, Jaden Chase, and another one we're going to discuss the topic of current affairs. If you're new to the channel, just a pass through. But you don't like the reason, and of course, you don't like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then kick in the like button. Now, let's get right into the reasoning. Now, nation, Vybz Kartel's attorney, Isaac Buchanan, has stepped forward with what he describes as troubling findings and numerous human rights violations by the JCF. Now, Mr. Buchanan, who also chairs the Human Rights Commission for the opposition, said that based on the video of what appears to be a recording of an apology in what appears to be a police station offends the accused's right to seek counsel. Also, the right against self-incrimination, and also the potential evidence of confession given under duress. Initially, the JCF has said the individual in the video was being sought for some petty crimes. However, when accosted by the JCF, it is clear what they wanted was a video apology for the statements made in a video that went viral on social media. Now, Isaac Buchanan is pointing out that these issues bring to the forefront the need to revisit colonial laws which the Jamaican Constabulary Force is mandated to enforce, such as the Towns and Communities Act of 1843, last amended in 1997. Mr. Buchanan is pointing out that these colonial laws were designed to keep enslaved and formerly enslaved people in Jamaica censored in order to take away their dignity and human rights. And he said, today we see how remnants of this manifests itself in the way in which enforcers of these laws act. He also pointed to the fact that other individuals in other instances have found themselves in trouble with the law just by criticizing Minister Holness and his use of the Disaster Risk Management Act. Now, if Mr. Holness wants to run a dictatorship, he will have to seek election in North Korea or one of those places. And then guess what, go on? You can't do it, because these places pass down rule of these countries from one individual to another individual. There are no rights. Mr. Holness was elected in a democratic country. A vote, him say, people vote for him. That means that people have rights. Just like how you have the right to vote, you have the same right to freedom of speech. Anybody is free to criticize somebody, as long as your statement is not considered as hate. As long as your statement is not considered as mobilizing people to move against an individual. If your statement is none of the above, then you are free to make it. I'm going to say move against people mean in a violent manner, of course. That's what I hear some people are saying. People are look at this as, boy, I just that I go on, not seeing it for what it is, which is a blatant violation of human rights right here on the island. In some places in the country, media aren't even allowed to report on certain stories. Them can't talk about it. This is the 21st century. Rights should be respected. If we want a society where people abide by these laws, then the laws that protect human rights must be respected. Just in this case alone, Mr. Buchanan has pointed out that they have offended the accused right to seek counsel, for having him lawyer there, for talk about him rights. They say, well, if it wasn't him, whether it was him, wherever the case was, the right against self-incrimination, there was no judge and jury. The whole trial take place right there on the station. That is unlawful. Officers can arrest, but they cannot be judge and jury, not while in the station there. As a matter of fact, I think police officers are one of the few people which the system would not readily want to be a part of any jury panel. Also, the fact that they asked him to apologize. That means they asked him to confess, but this confession was given under duress. This is one of also the problems where I face the justice system. When officers do things like this, whether in a situation like that one here, or in major cases, this is not crime fighting. This pushes prosecutors to break the law to seek conviction. It also violates human rights. And when them do them type of thing, and the defense attorneys uncover it, these are one of the ways who individuals, who some people might say, yo, yeah man, them for real. This is how they are acquitted, because the JCF continues to break the very law that they are there to enforce. And then now, they have this new habit of videoing and taking pictures of individuals and putting them out there on social media. You remember that photo of Tommy Lee Sparta? Who you feel like take that picture there? Oh, who you feel like send it out to the mainstream media? This video was taken in the station. Obviously, another individual friend them a video in the time as to what them said take place. Who a video him? Consider it. Who sent it to the mainstream media? Think about it. You know, if you don't want somebody to take a picture, them can't take a picture. If you don't want somebody to record it, them can't record it. Well, in certain instances, in this case, being videoed by an officer, an arresting officer, no, highly against the law. But talk to me. I know the feel about the situation. As I would say, it is almost like there's a fight against freedom of speech taking place right here upon the island, where the things of concern to people, when you talk about it, you have some people who are like, the things of this nature, arresting an individual and making a public mockery of this individual as a deterrent, saying that if more individuals see things like this taking place, it will stop them from voicing their concern about anything that take place. It don't have to just be curfew hours. In this day and age, at this moment, yeah, curfew are the topics, but later on it can be anything else. It can be the price of transport, price of gas, anything else that is of major concern to citizens. You have to say people now can talk about it. People can't go live and say, boy, you know, I feel a way. So yo, that I go on right now, and them people are do it. And them now have no given right for do it. No. Not in a free society. You are given that right to express your opinion and matters that matter to you. And when you choose to share it on social media, that is your choice. That is why it is called social media. Maybe the problem is that elected officials are paying too much attention to social media. So now it's almost like a PR thing. They are concerned about their public image in even the media. Them no want nobody has said this. Them no want nobody has said that. We see elected officials find themselves in a love triangle and them no want nobody to talk about it. What you mean? People free to talk about whatever them feel like to talk about. And them free to share their opinions on the media. And who watch it, who talk about it, who share it. Elected officials should focus on the job. Yes, the job they have been tasked with. Leading the country forward. The job they have been tasked with is parliament related, not social media related. Talk to me in the comment section. Vice the one called Jaden Chase, the dancehall correspondent, the Gaza representative, and I'm reminded now if you're new to the channel, new to the movement, just a pass through, but you like the reason and of course like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting to you that you click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon and put it on all. And this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend, tell them, sister, them, brother, them. Check out the channel, check out the reason. Join the discussion, comment section 24/7, never lacking yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. And we can continue the reasoning via the comment section. You know the something, man. For those who don't, yeah, man, now move settings, fam. And no, we don't need no ladder. And my sentiments for you and yours is, of course, we wanna live, love, and yes, prosper until we reason again.